Designing a home is no small task. Some people like to express their creativity through the curtains they buy for their home, some through the art, and some take the help of the interior decor to satisfy their creative hunger. Although most architects design homes that fit properly into the urban centers all around the world, there are a few who like to stand out. They use their homes to make a statement. Here's a look at some of the strangest and bizarre houses from around the world. The Flintstones house, Malibu, California. Have you imagined living inside a cavernous home like the ones during the Stone Age? People in that era would dwell either in a rock home or in a cave. This is what you will see in the famous cartoon sitcom, The Flintstones. Well, you wouldn't barter living in a rock house that with the comfort in your current home. But you might change your mind after seeing this Malibu romantic Flintstones retreat house owned by American television and radio legend, Dick Clark. This house sits on a 23 acres lot in Malibu, giving one a 360-degree view of mountains, seas and cityscapes. The house came from the idea of architect Philip John Brown, who suggested to create a house that looked like a rock formation since it is situated next to the Santa Monica Mountains National Recreational Area. The idea was then made real with this home. Aside from its impressive design, this home also offers a breathtaking view of the Pacific Ocean, Boney Mountains and Los Angeles. For sure, you are eager to take a tour of the Flintstone house of Dick Clark. If one thinks that the outdoors will look modern, you are wrong, for even the landscape is done in a Stone Age manner, making the homes look perfectly coherent. This Malibu romantic retreat house, with a Flintstones design, is currently for sale at $3.5 million. If you are a die-hard fan of the sitcom and you have that big amount of money, you can buy the house and live as today's modern Flintstone. Nautilus giant seashell house, Mexico City. Inspired by the work of Gaudí and Frank Lloyd Wright, the seashell house is dominated by smooth surfaces, spiral stairs and natural plantings that makes it feel like you're living inside a snail. The house design is very innovative, unusual and audacious. A young family tired of their conventional home yearned to live in something a little more integrated with nature. Their wish was granted by Javier Senogian of Senogian Arquitectos, a celebrated Mexican architect whose work is considered both pioneering and controversial in the field of bioarchitecture. Instead of a boring old practical square dwelling, they now live inside a giant psychedelic mollusk shell. The interesting feature of this huge shell is a striking entry cut into a wall of colorful stained glass. Hundreds of small rainbow-colored stained glass windows line spaces of ceiling and walls alike, sunning lush grass that surrounds flower-shaped couches. Using a pairing of artistic freedom and attention to detail, the Nautilus House is a wondrous demonstration of creating human abodes using nature's design and possibly a mind-altering substance. But it's not the only surprise you will find. The house is put together using ferro-cement construction. It is a technique involving a frame of steel-reinforced chicken wire with a special 2-inch thick composite of concrete spread over it, allowing for rounded, natural curves. The inside is full of spirals, circles, and organically shaped rooms that mimic the concave chambers one would expect inside a giant mollusk. If you think it looks like a giant snail or a shell, it doesn't matter. What you can't deny is that the construction is certainly something special. Upside Down House, Germany. The Upside Down House is located in the town of Trassenheide on the island of Usedom on the north coast of Germany, not far from the Polish border. Built in 2008 in the seaside resort of Trassenheide on the Pomeranian island of Usedom, the Upside Down House of Trassenheide was the first bottom-up dwelling to be built in Germany. The topsy-turvy designers behind the odd abode were the Polish architects Klaudiusz Golos and Sebastian Makishik, who built it as part of a project called Die Welt steht Kopf, the world upside down, the aim of which was to give visitors a different view of everyday things. Once inside, things get really trippy. Sofas, kitchen furniture, potted plants, and paintings are all inverted in this upside-down world. hanging above you as you stand on the ceiling. Inside the bathroom, you almost expect water to come tumbling down from the upturned toilet. Even the curtains are pinned in such a way as to make you think that gravity has gone and flipped you. As if that wasn't all sufficiently disorienting, the entire building is built on a 6% incline. From the outside, this gives the impression that the house somehow fell to earth and came to rest precariously on its roof. And inside, the extra slant just emphasizes the already befuddling nature of the upside-down house in Trassenheide. After just a few minutes inside the inverted interior of the upside-down house, it's not uncommon for visitors to experience an upwelling of giddiness that sends them stumbling to the nearest upturned exit. Egg House, China. A newly graduated architect in China rarely has the luxury of living in a home of his own and may even find his starting salary insufficient to afford a decent apartment within walking distance of the office. For a sum of 3 digits, the architect, Dai Haifei, solved both problems at once through a unique DIY residential project. Dai Haifei needed to save money and spent a lot of time at work anyway. The solution was strange but simple. Build a small portable, habitable house that can be transported and parked in the empty space outside the workplace. These burlap bags, layered over a waterproof membrane, provide essential rain protection, particularly as the root systems expand and help soak up and redirect water during more significant downfalls, while a small skylight plus solar panel brings in light and power. Dai was inspired to build the 6,427 yuan, $964 home after attending the 2010 Shanghai Biennale exhibition, where he was attracted by a novel architectural project called City's Egg. Old Water Tower, Belgium. Bomb Design Studio received a brief from their clients to convert an old, abandoned water tower, built between 1938 and 1941, located in Steenokkerzeel, Belgium, into their own private residence. The volumes that would become the living quarters for the clients were 30 meters above ground, and offered spectacular views of the surrounding village within a large, circular floor plan. While the exterior presents itself as a unique and interesting place to call home, it isn't until you enter the tower that the full drama takes effect. A huge central staircase curves its way up and through the first floor ceiling, disappearing through the void as it makes its way to the living zone of the tower. Just in case you enter the tower in need of a bathroom, a powder room is discreetly tucked out of sight, but completely open, to the right of the entryway. While the homeowners respect the historical value of the home, they still like to have fun, and so walls have been wrapped around the stairwell and covered in chalkboard paint. The chalkboard paint is a recurring feature within the kitchen zone but is most decorated with words and drawings on the stairwell surround. Just past the kitchen zone is a large dining area boasting a table for 12. While large, the table could easily be expanded to seat even greater numbers. Continuing around the circular floor plan and ending up on the other side of the round chalk wall is the living section of the residence. As large as the dining area, the living room features a section big enough to seat 7 with additional double ottomans and a chaise section. This comes in handy on movie nights when the projector mounted on the chalkboard wall displays a feature film onto the roll-down screen located above the windows. On the next level there is a guest bathroom that leads up to the guest bedroom. The bathroom is luxuriously outfitted with an open shower stall behind smoked glass, a freestanding soaker tub and spectacular views. The rooftop deck offers a view that an ordinary residence simply couldn't. While renovating the water tower, Bomb Design Studio took into account all the family members. How cute is this cat bathroom? No kitty litter in plain sight here. With its own private bathroom and lots of sunshine to bask in, that is one happy cat. Heliodome, France. Living in the French countryside conjures idyllic images of a small cottage, good wines and a relaxing schedule. Eric Wasser kept the last two options open when he built his new home, the Heliodome, but traded in the wooden cottage for a futuristic sundial-shaped home that harnesses the power of the sun for environmentally conscious living. By day, Wasser is a well-known cabinet maker, but took a brief departure from his work to construct this eco-house. Fixing the house at a calculated angle, Wasser's tilted home provides good shade during the summer months to keep the house cool and temperate. During the winter months, as the sun is lower on the horizon, the house receives enough sunlight to warm the interior to a cozy temperature as well. While the focus of the house is on absorbing the sun's rays, the interior features much of the flair Wasser was known for in his furniture. Despite the benefits of the Heliodome, many have complained about its appearance, hoping that the eco-home of the future looks a little less like a spacecraft and more like a French cottage. And these were some of the strangest and most bizarre houses in the whole world. If you know or have already visited any of these houses, leave it in the comments and let us know how your experience was. And if you liked the video, let us know, it means a lot to us. Thanks for watching until the next video.